Hey, welcome back to DIY Willy. Since we're waiting on parts for the Raptor build, the Riggs Raptor build, I'm still waiting on the lifters, and I think I ordered up some new valves too, so I can get a fresh grind on the valves. So while we're waiting on that project and those parts, we're gonna do some more work on the RZR, the BAJA RZR. I forget to share it with you guys, and well, maybe that's when my views are low. I don't show a lot. I just do like updates on where the project's at. So I thought today I would do some of the fabrication with the tubing. We're going to install some 1-inch tubing that was cut out of the RZR to do the modifications we did. We got to put it back in now. It was square tubing. We're going to put round tubing back in. We got some supports going in for the front 8-pillar tubes coming down. And well, we just got some more tubing to go into the RZR. But before we get started, you saw in my last video on the RZR we made the header for it, and I've been trying to do my TIG welding because I want to TIG weld the header. I don't want to MIG weld it. I could probably MIG weld it just fine, but I thought the TIG weld would look better. I thought. Let me show you what I've got so far. I don't know if you can see this, but like right here looks really good. That looks awesome right there. And as it goes around, it kind of looks bad again. You know, I'm practicing. I'm not a, I'm a stick welder and a MIG welder. I'm not a TIG welder, but I'm trying to learn. I know the process, you know, that's really good right there. I would like to have that. If I could do that all over the header, that would be awesome. But it gets progressively worse as it goes around, and it gets good again. Right here. Then it got some air bubbles, some vent holes, I should say. And then right here where I cut the tube in half, I was trying to weld it up and it actually blew out bigger. Anyway, I was trying to TIG weld. Now I can get it. I will be able to TIG weld. This thing is solid as it can be. And what I didn't do before I started was clean the metals up. I didn't degrease it. There was a sticker right here, or was it over here? It was over here. There was a sticker over here that on this piece that when I welded it burned the sticker and the smoke came out through the weld, causing the pinholes that's in the weld everywhere. Well, you know, I was just trying it. I didn't expect it to be perfect. But anyway, the smoke coming out caused the pinholes. The grease that was inside and all over caused the weld not to look so nice. So I know next time I'm going to degrease it, make sure the stickers are all off, and take my time, move the heat around a little bit more before I, you know, wrap it up completely. So that turned out really nice. I'm happy with that. It's not perfect, but it's a definite start of where I need to be to weld that header up. I was able to, on that time, go almost all the way around with my tungsten before my tungsten got messed up. The first time I was trying my TIG, man, I kept sticking the tungsten. I kept melting the tungsten, making a big old ball in the end. This time I went all the way around, all the way into where I started welding this before my tungsten got messed up, and that's good. That's good. If I would have prepared this better, prepped it for the weld, I think the weld would have turned out perfect, which is what I'm going to do on that header when I decide to do it. Maybe we'll try that tomorrow. Tomorrow's Good Friday, and I have Good Friday off. It's a day off from my company. So maybe I'll clean up the header and maybe I'll try welding it tomorrow. Good Friday. I have all day just to sit there and focus on it and take my time. Who knows? We may not. But I'll show you what I was working on. I got the passenger side done. Now I need to do the driver's side with the tubing. Let me get you over there and show you what we got going on. Okay, so here's the tubes I put in. These are 1-inch, 120 wall tubes. And this is the one that I cut out of the RZR. It was originally a square tube. In fact, it was like this material right here. It was a square tube, and well, I don't have square, I have round, so I'm putting it back in round. This keeps it, you know, from side impact racking over, kind of gives it more support. And this is the piece that I wanted underneath the engine mount to come down and tie back into the chassis over here. So I've got it in, I've got this one in, and well, we need to weld them up solid still. Well, I need to put the same pieces on the driver's side over there. So I'm gonna get over there and I'm gonna measure and I'm gonna cut what these pieces need to be. I think it was 25 1/4, if I remember right. And cut them all up, get them ready to put them in, and then we'll tack them in. And we got some welding to do. You can see we already did some welding here to try to get this thing sealed up. I want to touch up right here. Of course, we got to wrap it more here. We got some more welding to do, but I don't want to do too much all in one spot. I want to move the heat around a little bit. I don't want this thing to pull one way or the other. I want to make sure that I try to weld it a little bit on that side, a little bit on this side, a little bit over there, a little bit over there, move it around so the heat doesn't focus all in one spot. So let's get this 1-inch tube cut and get them installed for today's video. I think we're looking pretty good. And oh, I did put a cheater lens, a 1.5 cheater lens in my hood because I'm blind, man. I can't see this stuff and I wear my glasses, but honestly, I'm going to try the cheater. If the cheater doesn't work, I'll put my glasses back on. But hopefully that'll help me to see better while I weld, and maybe I can get a better weld. So check it out. We got all the pieces made now. We have both of the tubes made. I was missing one part for the sway brace, the sway bar, and I need to do some welding on the chassis before we can tack everything in. Let's look at that real close. So here's the part that I made for the sway bar brace. This piece was cut out because it used to be up here and now it's back here. So I have to fill in this piece right here. I need to weld this up all the way around, and then we can put in our vertical pieces that we have cut out right there. So I'm going to get to that. I'm not going to show welding it. You guys have seen me weld. I just want to get them welded in, and then we'll get back on this. Well, those parts turned out really good. I got them all tacked in now. The welder was giving me some hiccups, like it didn't want to run today. I turned the wire speed up so the welds look a little fat, but I like that. That'll work too. I'll sort the welder out another day. I've got to stop today where I'm at and get ready to go to my real job, my day job. So let's take a look at what we did today. So today we fabricated this piece, and that angle piece down there. We got everything welded in. We got this part of the frame, welded. We got the angle piece welded. Again, you can see my globby weld right there. This vertical piece is tacked in, and of course this angle piece here is tacked in. Good. So that's to the frame. I tried to do a little bit of welding here, but I just had the wrong angle for the welder, and with the hiccups it was having with the wire speed, I decided just to go ahead and stop. I also did a little bit there on the top, and I did one more piece on the other side. Well, actually 2 pieces on the other side, but I'm going to take one of them off. I don't like it. Let's take a look. So I got this one fit in now, and it's welded up. It hasn't been welded on the overhead on the bottom, but both verticals are welded across the top. It's welded across the top right here and across the overhead on the bottom. So this is now ready to weld up 100% right here. And then I fit this piece in, and I don't like it. It's good on this side, but over here it's got too much of a gap. I should have cut it longer and then just ground it in to match the weld that's right there. I don't like this. I'll probably take this piece out and make a new one. So anyway, that's all I've got time to do today. I will get back on this. Like I said, I've got tomorrow off. This is Good Friday tomorrow. I've got tomorrow off. I'm gonna try to come out here and do some more welding. Maybe I can get the weld machine clear of where it's at and get it out of there so that I can go through and clean the nozzle, maybe change the tips, double check the wire speeds, and just get it working again. Get the razor out. I don't want to put it out in the sun because the sun, damn it, Groot, the sun blocks my welding hood and I can't see. So I try to weld it in the garage where I have more control over the lighting. And well, that's it for today. That's all I can do. I know it's going to be a short video. There wasn't much in it, but it's just a good video showing that I'm continuing working on the razor and we're making progress. So with that said, give the video a like, thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and always come back to DIY Willy for your BAJA RZR updates, builds, your crows over there, the blackbirds, I don't know, the whatever else I'm working on, the damn little engine, the Raptor, the Briggs Raptor engine, and everything else I got going on. So I'll see you guys next time.